Hey guys, I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I am glad you're here. If you're so inclined, please hit the subscribe button below and hit the bell notification icon. That way you'll be notified when I upload new videos and when I schedule my live streams. Today I wanted to do a full review going over of the TwoSun TS319. This is a knife that was a collaboration between TwoSun and CM Design Works, which is our buddy Colin Mason Pierre, Lefty EDC's partner at Devo Knives. And this little knife, this little specimen, is in 14C28N. It is in titanium. It is got just a really nice back spacer with a lanyard hole kind of loop back here at the top that's not designated by a hole. So I think they've really done a neat job with the back spacer and the lanyard. The show sides, gorgeous inset carbon fiber with zero transitions. And then you've got nice milling around the pivot here in the titanium. You've got fantastic access to this lock bar here because it is a recessed liner lock. It's got amazing snap, and you can basically deploy it from anywhere in that flipper because the detent is so well dialed. This little knife is on the heftier side. It is, even though it's shorter and smaller, it carries like a smaller knife, like a gentleman's knife with this little clip, goes in and out of pocket great, but it handles just like a dream. I mean, it fits my hand, and I've got a medium to large size hand right there in the handle perfectly. No jimping on the blade, but you really don't need any jimping because you've got this other grip that takes you right up to the choil and gives you thumb access right there to the point. So if you want to do utility cuts, if you want to do more detail cuts with this knife, if you want to do pull cuts, push cuts, it's just a tall, nice flat grind that comes down to just a really sharp edge. And with it being 14C28N, it sharpens up great, sharpens up to a really toothy edge. I like to keep it somewhere around my third Scorpion Venise stone, which comes out somewhere around the 600 grit range. A little bit toothier edge on it. But I just think Colin did an absolutely fantastic job with this knife. If you look at the centering on this knife, and I've not adjusted it at all, it's perfectly centered. It's got a very beefy blade. The blade stock is, let's take our little Ben Peterson ruler that I can't read and see, we're right over 1/8 of an inch on the blade stock. I don't read millimeters, but it's a bunch of them. So you got a nice thick blade stock, comes down to a nice sheep's foot sharp edge with a great choil here, both a sharpening choil and a finger choil. And just a knife that, again, I find very practical, I find very well designed, I find very fidgetable, very well tuned. The materials in the knife are outstanding. The fit and finish of the knife are outstanding. It just really checks a lot of the boxes. As far as TwoSuns go, I would put this knife in my overall top 20, and I would put it in my top 5 TwoSun knives. I mean, it is that good, guys. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons and just get an idea of the size of the 319. So let's look at it next to the Cold Steel 4MAX. It's going to be smaller than the Cold Steel 4MAX. Look at it next to the Civivi Baby Banter, and it's a good bit larger than the Civivi Baby Banter. I doubt we'll need our Spyderco, but let's see how it compares to the Benchmade Bug Out. Yeah, it's a little shorter than the Benchmade Bug Out, so it'll be a good bit shorter than the Spyderco. Let's see how much bigger it is than our Ben Peterson ruler. Look, it's about 1 inch bigger than our 6-inch ruler. So the blade is right at 2 3/4, with a cutting edge of right under 2.5 inches, a handle length of 4 1/8, and a blade length to the tip of 2 3/4. So it's on the smaller size, but again, the girth of the knife, the balance of the knife, the ergonomics of the knife, because of this rounded handle that really fits the hand super well, make this just a really good design knife. I have heard that if you take this knife apart, it can cause some problems getting it back together. I have not experienced that. I just know that my buddy Grateful Panic, who turned me onto this knife and let me experience his, ran into some strange issues, had to call his buddy Lefty EDC, finally got it back together fine. But it's one that even though I can recommend this knife, it comes in under $120. I think it's a great value. I would suggest, unless you just absolutely have to, don't take this one apart. I know that I took Grateful Panic's advice there, and I'm not taking it apart, but I haven't needed to. The pivot hasn't walked a bit. It's got, again, fantastic action. The bearings are great. The detent's great. I do put a little lube on it every now and then just to make sure it's getting the love that it needs. But the TS319, guys, is a really good knife. CM Designs is the collaboration, and that is our friend Colin Mason Pierre, one half of Devo Knives. You guys, check it out, and if you get the chance, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Guys, please know that we're all different in this knife community. We all have different likes. We all have different dislikes. One thing we should all be is very tolerant. Keep love in your heart. Choose debate over hate. I love you all. Thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please give me a like or a dislike if you like or dislike the content. Help me get better. Leave a comment if you'd like. And I love you all. Peace.